So now the other center which we have here is very important center called as the Vishudhi chakra. This is the center Vişuddha. One is Shuddha means pure, but Vişuddha means absolutely pure. This has got 16 petals, as we have got the cervical plexus expressed in the gross, which has also got 16 subplexuses. It tallies with medical science completely. Now let us see how is Vishudhi chakra made. All the vowels that we use come from Vishudhi chakra. And like in Devanagari language, it is a, I, u, e, I, o, ru, aha. So, as you know that you cannot compile a word without a vowel. It's so important. The consonant is weak without nirbal, without any strength, without the vowel. So, the strength of a person comes through the Vishudhi chakra in his speech. It's the center, what we call here is the Vishudhi chakra, is the center where human beings raise their head up. This is the center that has made us a human being. And from this center only rises the ego and superego, because this is the center of collectivity. Because we speak through this center, we talk through this, we have rapport with other people through this, and as a reaction to that, ego and superego is built within us. When that is built within us, we become a personality. I am some, he is some, you are some. At that point, we become a person who has the consciousness of I-ness. Like, then I say, I like this, I want this. I will say, I am an Indian. You will say, I am an Englishman. All these misidentifications start because you become an individual who tries to identify with many things. That's how we become separated from that power. This is the freedom we get, where we have to ourselves learn from our errors and trials what is right and what is wrong. This Vishudhi chakra has got 16 petals and looks after our ear, nose, eyes, throat, everything. Our face, everything is looked after by this center. Now this center also has left and right. All centers have left and right. And when you feel guilty, the left center catches, which is a very dangerous thing because this gives you diseases like angina or maybe diseases like spondylitis and lethargic organs. Right when a person is very aggressive, talks very aggressively and tries to dominate others and use his power of speech to show off, the right side catches. The reactions of this can be many, that the hand gets frozen and they also get the cancer of the throat. All kinds of things can happen with this chakra being in trouble. Now a person who shouts and screams and talks loudly and loses his temper in a very loud voice, or who speaks very loudly all the time, they all suffer from the right Vishudhi. So one should understand that even when you have to scold somebody, you have to just say, what are you doing? Why are you doing like this? Otherwise, why did you do like this? Finished, right Vishudhi, over. It's finished now. Now this is the thing. On the right side, if you are talking loudly, if you talk too much, if you intimidate people with your talking, then you catch on right Vishudhi. So for that, best is to take some rest and give some rest to your right Vishudhi by stopping your talk. Go into mauna, they said, just don't talk. For some time if you don't talk, you will see that your Visuddhi will be improved, your problems will be improved. So what is the divine diplomacy? You don't have to shout, but you change the subject. If you want to bring somebody to some conclusion, then best thing is first to change the subject. And gradually, if you are clever enough, then you go on changing, and you bring it back to the right thing. That's the clever thing to do. What is the essence of this diplomacy? Is benevolence. You have to achieve the benevolence of the whole humanity. This is the essence of it. If you are doing it, you are not doing for yourself, for your gain, you are not doing for the gain of any particular person, but you are doing it for the benevolence of the whole humanity. So once you know this is the essence, so what is the need to shout? By shouting, you are not going to achieve anything. So to play around with it and bring it to that point, which is benevolence. So our right Visuddhi, we have to have a temperament, a culture, a style, a behavior, which has got the quality which is called as madhurya, means melodious. Melodious. We should talk in such a manner that it should be melodious. The voice of a Sahajogi should be sweet, like that. When you talk to someone, it should be melodious. It should not be aggressive at all, but on the contrary, it should be melodious. It should not be sarcastic. It should not hurt another person. Any word that hurts others cannot be coming from the proper type of right Visuddhi. So in no way one should hurt. The another quality which we can express through our right Visuddhi is diplomacy. But there are two types of diplomacies. One is genuine, one is artificial. In the genuine diplomacy, you do not have to take to a certain standard, or you don't have to read some books to know how it is diplomacy. Is it genuinely it comes to you. The whole thing works very sweetly in such a genuine manner. I have used it many a times myself, and you all can use it also many a times. That's only possible if you don't get angry with someone. Not possible if you are angry. Relationship between brothers and sisters are to be established. They're very pure. Brothers and sisters relationship is without any lust or greed. It's pure relationship where the sister prays for the protection of the brother, and brother prays for the self-sufficiency of the kshema, well-being of the sister. So this time you have to think of your other Sahajoginis and Sahajogis who are like your brothers and sisters. You have to think like that. Purify your hearts. It's something funny in these countries, you know that. There's no such relationship exists. Purify your mind today on that point. That everybody else is my brother or sister. If you are married, it's all right. But look at everyone, try to look at everyone as a brother and a sister. When the sister who is your pure relation is not treated as a sister, when the attitude of a person towards women is of indulgence and of lust, then he develops the left Visuddhi. When he develops a left Visuddhi very strongly, and if he has a bad agya, or if he has eyes which are roving eyes, then this left Visuddhi causes a lot of trouble. Left Visuddhi can be also caused by, as you know, by feeling guilty about things or nothing at all. All these problems arise from Visuddhi. The left side center is caught up when a person feels guilty.
Es gibt Probleme auf der linken Seite, wenn ein Mensch sich schuldig fühlt.
And obstruct the ascent of the Kundalini.
Und dann gibt es Probleme und die Kundalini kann nicht hochsteigen.
That's why I always request all the Western seekers first to say in their hearts, Mother, I am not guilty.
Deswegen sage ich, alle Suchende im Westen, die müssen im Herzen sagen, Mutter, ich bin nicht schuldig.
These are the conditionings that have come to us.
Diese Gefühle kommen aus unserer Vergangenheit.
From so-called religions,
Aus Religionen,
from so-called psychologists,
von der Psychologie
and other people who are responsible for our development in our childhood.
und von anderen Leuten, die was mit unserer Erziehung als Kinder zu tun hatten.
When material things very important for the parents,
Wenn materielle Sachen für die Eltern sehr wichtig waren,
they all the time shout at children or correct them saying that don't spoil the carpet, don't spoil that, don't spoil that.
und sie haben immer geschrien und die Kinder gesagt, sie müssen immer aufpassen auf den Teppich, auf den Tisch und so weiter.
And that is how we develop a kind of a guilt within us.
Und so entwickeln wir ein großes Schuldgefühl in uns.
When we grow up in the schools and colleges, this can be built up very heavily within us too.
Und wenn wir in der Schule und an der Universität aufwachsen, dann kriegen wir es noch mehr.
So how much important it is to understand the value of left Visuddhi. All of us catch on left Visuddhi and we do not think that it is such an important thing. When we say, oh, left Visuddhi catching means I am feeling guilty. We do not understand that what have I done? I have crossed the limits. That's why it's showing there. I have neglected some kind of a morality. I have gone on a wrong path against mother and father. That's why left Visuddhi is catching. Left Visuddhi is the indication of the mistakes, of the wrongs, of the sins. We can't afford to have left Visuddhi. Sahaja-yogis cannot afford to have left Visuddhi. Now, what I have seen that when this negativity starts acting, people, instead of facing it, facing the mistakes that I am wrong, I should not have done it, it's a wrong thing to do, start giving explanations. Once you start giving explanation, this left Visuddhi starts becoming like a bloated big lump. And then there's no possibility of curing, no possibility of cleansing. So people start giving explanation why I did it, why I did this. Once it is said is wrong, to be accepted, all right, next time I'm not going to do it, I'm very sorry.